Hi guys, so we are back again and I'm here with my babes. Mama, don't complain please, I know you complain. Yeah, so we are at the Kwame Nkrumah Mausaoleum and we'll be taking you around. Okay, yeah, most of you haven't seen this place and yeah, we decided to do this with all of you at least. So this is Bambi.
Hi.
And this is Cindy, and we are doing this together, so we'll catch you inside.
So you're welcome once again, and my name is Isaac Aka.
Isaac Aka.
Yeah, and I'll take you through everything along the line. If there's anything that you didn't hear, you draw my attention so that I repeat it for you. So first of all, you dive into how this park was established, then you move to a brief history about Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah as well. So this park used to be called the British Polo Ground, and in the British era, no blacks were allowed in here. So you were not allowed in this park until 1957. We had our independence on 6 March 1957, and our first president, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, stood there to declare our independence by allowing the indigenous in here. So he actually chose this place to embrace the citizens that they have the right and the freedom to move at anywhere that they want. So he chose here and declared our independence, and in 1992, our late president Lawrence established this park in honoring of Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So you will start with a brief history about Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. When you say Osagyefo means the people redeemer or savior. He was born on 21st September 1909 by Madame Elizabeth Nyanaba and Mr. Kwabna Teleku in a small village in the western region of Ghana, in Senufo. He had his elementary school in Hafasini, and after Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was through with his elementary school, he was very genius, so they enrolled him in people teacher. He was teaching in some of the Roman schools until 1930. He had admission to Achimota Teacher Training College, where he completed a 4-year teacher training program, and he was trained to become a professional teacher. So after he was through with it, he went back to his hometown to continue teaching, and in 1939 he obtained his bachelor degree in economics and sociology in Lincoln University, further to do his masters, and he was an advocate of Pan-Africanism being done by Marcus Garvey. So in 1947 he was invited over by the UGCC to serve as their general secretary, and when he says the UGCC stands for United Gold Coast Convention, and that was the first political party to be formed in Gold Coast. So you call those people the BCs, and they are the people that you see on the currency of Ghana. So these are called the BCs. And that was the first political party to form in Gold Coast.
Which political party is? The Big Six or the UGCC?
Okay. So Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah came and served as the general secretary, and unfortunately in 1949, ideological differences, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah broke away from the UGCC for the reason that they are delaying for our independence, and he formed his own political party called the CPP, Convention People's Party, in 1949. And in that same year, he started educating and enlightening the people about positive action within the shortest possible time. And in 1950, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was arrested to Jamestown Fort Prison, not far from here, right after when you step out. So he was arrested, and the charges that led to his arrest was sedition and formulating of general illegal strike in the Gold Coast. And when you say sedition, sedition means speaking against the head of state, a monarchy, or someone in authority. So he was to serve in prison for 3 years, but whilst in prison, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah contested for an election, and he won. He won massively, and he was released from prison to serve as the general, to serve as the Prime Minister of Gold Coast from 1951. So he was released, and in 1957 we had our independence, and the name Gold Coast changed to Ghana. So the Ghana was actually represented by the language spoken. So the G was for the Guans, that was the Ga-Dangme, and the H was for Hausa, and the A was for Akans, and the N was for northern part of Ghana, and the last A was for Alata or Accra. So in that same year, December, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah got married to a life partner, Madam Fatia Nkrumah, and it was political arranged marriage being done by His Excellency Gamal Abdel Nasser, the Egyptian president back then. And Madam Fatia was from a royal family. So her legal wife is from Egypt. The wife is an Egyptian. So in their marriage, they conceived 3 children, but Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah had 1 son earlier before marrying Madam Fatia. And the name of the first son is called Professor Francis Nkrumah, and her mother was 2 years older than of Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. He was born on 14th March 1907, and he conceived the first son in 1935. And he was half Ghanaian, half British, but they didn't officially marry. It was like dating, and they had a son. So his Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah married to Madam Fatia Nkrumah. They gave birth to 3 children, and the first son was conceived in 1959, the second in 1960, and the last one in 1963. And the first son, he named him after the Egyptian president Gama, and the second Samia Yaba Nkrumah, and the last Sekou, he named him after the Guinea president. And in 1963, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah went to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, for the formation of African Union, trying to unite Africans as the Americans and the Europeans have done. And in 1966, unfortunately, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown by the National Liberation Council whilst he was away for a peacekeeping meeting in Vietnam, and the National Liberation Council, led by FIFA and Kotoka, overthrew his political party, with some of the reasons being that he has established one political party and using some of our resources to help other African nations for their development and to liberate themselves from colonialism. And Nkrumah once said that the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of African continent. So that's why he was using, because you were the first sub-Saharan African country to gain independence before the others. So he was trying to use some of our resources so that they can liberate themselves, so that the formation of African Union will be easier. So he was overthrown, and he never stepped footed in Ghana. He was in exile to Guinea, and in Guinea they made him as their co-president until 1971. October, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah fell sick and was sent to Romania for treatment, and unfortunately he passed on 27th April 1972. So he has been buried 3 times. The first burial happened in Guinea-Conakry, and during that period the mom was still alive. So the mom, together with some of the family members of Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, requested for the body, and they embedded the body in a metallic coffin for Guinea-Conakry to Ghana, to his hometown, for the second burial. And this is his final burial. So during that period, the time that they moved the body from Guinea-Conakry to his hometown, people were allowed to see his body, but at the time that they brought the body, already the body had decomposed, so they have to bury him. So they buried him here. So you begin our turn if you have any questions.
Okay, so basically you've gotten all what he said. Yeah, so let's proceed, and yeah, at least we are doing the tour with some few tourists. Yeah. That's the image of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
So this is the place that Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah stood to declare our independence on 6 March 1957. So this is where he actually chose to declare our independence. And the statue here symbolizes that you neither face east nor west, it's face forward. So it says backwards never, forward ever. Backwards never, forward ever. And the men in the water, the horns blowers, they are announcing the death of Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. In Africa, if someone dies, they're about to announce the death of the person. And when you look far behind, you see a man drowning. One of the days in Africa, if someone dies, they use the person drowns to announce the death of the person. And the water here symbolizes that his vision and ideology for Ghana and Africa as a whole still lives. So you say water is like. So you proceed to the other stage. And the building here was designed by a Ghanaian architect called Don Atta, and it was built by Italian marble. And The meaning of the building is that his vision and ideology for Ghana and African as a whole wasn't fulfilled, so it looks like a truncated tree, a tree that has been cut short. So when you get in, I will explain more.
Okay. So as you can see, you see this main trumpeting. Okay, that's to announce the death of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Okay, and the water here, as he indicates, signifies life. Okay, and those drumming. Okay, it's a way to announce culturally the death of someone. All right. So we're told that this building was designed by a Ghanaian. Okay, a Ghanaian architect, but then the marbles that has been used for the design is Italian marbles. That's basically all what he was trying to say. So then all this water here is not really for decoration but to symbolize life. That's all what he's trying to say. So we are going to the burial place.
April 1972. So his first burial happened in Guinea-Conakry, and the second in his hometown, and this is his final burial. So they brought him here in 1992 after the establishment of the place, and on the left side is the wife. He passed on in 2007, but passed on a setback. He made a request to the government of Ghana that when he dies, he wants the body to be very close to the husband. So he died at the age of 75. And the husband died at the age of 62 years. After the husband passed on, Madame Patti had never got married. So he also passed on. And the first son, mother, also passed on in 2000. So as I was saying, the first son, mother was half Ghanaian, half British. So if you want to take this first to do, then take the other one.
So this is the site where Madame Fatia was also buried. Okay, so that's Fatia Nkrumah's burial site. Okay. Yeah. That's all right.
So they started here. Used to be in the old Parliament House of Ghana, and in 1966, 24 February, I told you that they overthrew the site for the Takwangwa. So they started destroying and vandalizing most of the things that he has built. So the statue got broken, and the meaning of it is that if Osai the Takwangwa was to be in presence at the time that it could happen, they would have killed him. And after destroying, the head got missing for 43 years. Anonymous woman, a patriotic citizen, found it and returned it to the information department in 2009, and it was brought to the Mausoleum that same year, and it was mounted on 1st September 2009. So after the broken, and that's it. It was in the old Parliament House of Ghana. So not far from here. When you step out, the next and the main reason why he kept it for that period was that at the time that the coup happened, if they find out like you have anything belonging to us, you put that bank, you find yourself wanted. So that's why I kept it for that period. And you proceed in India, no picture, no video is allowed. So please turn off the cameras.
So where we are going, no picture or video, but I would give you a brief info of whatever I learned. Okay, so these are the museums. We're not allowed to take pictures inside, but basically what we saw inside is this main one. Okay, there were 4 sections: his achievements, his childhood, his gifts. Yeah, so you will just see those stuff in there. And over here too, much of his political let me see, achievements. Yeah, so that's it. All right, so you can see.
No worries, we don't need you now. No, I don't want any of them. Come. If we get closer and then we can get stuff in the background. Yeah. It's a long time. Charles, you don't want to be in. Charles, you want?
How is this place?
So we are at the end of our tour. And my camera lady is the one doing yeah, so that was you camera lady. Yeah, so we are at the end of our tour and basically catch you once again, and the next time you see us we'll be at the Adan Zoo.
Yeah.
Catch you.
Bye.
It's Genesis on the beat.